Name is DJ Skeme Richards, Section 31 Rocksteady Crew. I'm from Philadelphia, 215 Philadelphia. And basically, I started spinning b-boy jams or spinning breaks in 1981 when I first started DJing. And, that was just the music of the time. There was disco breaks, there was classic breaks. And, that was just what was going on. So as a DJ, that's the type of genres and the music that we were spinning. So it was just like a natural progression for that music to call me, and I gravitate towards that music. And here it is now, 2011, and I'm still doing it. Digging is always a major part of DJing. And, I'm always constantly at record shops. I'm always constantly at record shows. I always have my ear to, like, what's out there, the different bands, the different artists. And, when I just go record shopping, I'm always just, like, looking and finding who my favorite bands are, who my favorite singers are. And I just kind of, like, dig through their catalog to see, what else they might have, in their selection or whatever. And of course, as a DJ, you always know other DJs who are in the same things that you're into, and they always put you onto something that you might not have known about, different genres, different artists. So it's a networking thing. You discover some things on your own. Some people recommend some things, and from there, that spills out to other things. That might catch your ear, and you could possibly use at b-boy jams or just listening to in the house at different times. Secrecy has always been a number one priority in hip hop. But on the breakbeat scene, yes, there's a secrecy thing going on. There's not really any sharing unless there's like a common give and take situation sometimes that you might have with other DJs where they might have put you on something. You always reciprocate and give them something back. But I don't really share too much with DJs, especially with the digital age, and everybody can find what you have, and I don't really share. With non-breakbeat DJs, it's always a what's that? Oh, this is this, because I know they're going to go out and buy the records, and they have a love for the music. Breakbeat DJs, on the other hand, it's not really about a love for the music. It's about having the new break at that particular time, and then they're like, "Oh, I've got that," but you don't really have it. You have an MP3, So I don't really share with, breakbeat DJs. Man, I listen to everything. I listen to jazz. I listen to house. I listen to everything. One of the main things that I'm really into are soundtracks from like the 60s and the 70s, of all different kinds of soundtracks, from war movies to black exploitation movies to kung fu flicks to like all different kinds of genres, suspense films, western films, like all of the Clint Eastwood films. Like, I really love soundtracks. So when I'm in the house, I'll just put that on, and that's just like background, to set my day at whatever I'm doing. So education, knowledge. There's a lot of a lack of knowledge that's going on within the b-boy community. It's not really growing, you know, to a mature level. It's kind of just like saying stagnant, and you know everybody's just kind of doing whatever and going on off on their own thing, but it's not really growing, in a light where people are maturing and the scene is maturing. It's kind of just pretty much staying the same. You still have people who are being successful with it, but then you have people who are just in the middle, and the people are down below. But no one's really exchanging and sharing the knowledge. So I think that's lacking. Non-originality. DJs don't have originalities. If you look at the DJs on the scene right now, you'll have three or four DJs who are the high-profile DJs, and then you'll have 15 other DJs which are clones of those three or four DJs. Those other 15 DJs didn't do their homework, and they didn't get the memo that it's about originality. So these DJs sound like those DJs, and it makes for a bad scene. These guys don't have, originality. Yeah, do your homework before you step out the house. Like understand how to get your own sound, understand what separates you from everybody else, because that's the key to longevity is you having your own sound. You can't, you'll never be better than the original if you're a clone. You'll never be as strong and you'll never get as far as the original being a clone of that. So get your own sound, get your own music. Don't spin my music, don't spin Renegade's music, don't spin Lean's music. Get your own music. Be original. Yo, I just want to say thank you to all of the peoples out here in Quebec. I'm loving it. It's great. I mean, this is my first time out here, and the scene is really fresh. It's beautiful. This is a scene that within the next couple of years is definitely, going to be that next scene and that next Canadian scene that comes out, and people are going to be like, okay, what's over there? We need to discover what's going on over there. So, shout outs to everybody out there. Shout outs to all of the people, all the b-boys and DJs worldwide, graph writers, you know, just worldwide. Skeme Richards, Section 31, Rocksteady crew, y'all.